The Bee Diggers lead the Weld Central Rebels 14-7 and receive the second half kickoff. So what will the Bee Diggers do in the final two quarters of this game? As Joe mentioned, as we've been talking about, a critical game for the Bee Diggers, because they win this game and you look at their remaining schedule, this would pretty much cement a playoff spot if they bring their A game the final 3 weeks. But you look at the final four opponents in the regular season, this is their toughest, no doubt about it. Weld Central 3-0 going in league play. They will be a playoff team, and 5-1 overall. And the Weld Central defense, credit them. I mean, they've given up lots of points this season, but they came to play in that second quarter and certainly stymied the Bee Diggers. And it looks like J.J. Cirrus is going to kick it off. And the deep man is Eric Garcia. Remember, the Bee Diggers began the game with a squib kick, an onside kick that Weld Central recovered in great field position. I don't think Weld Central is going to go to that same plan, considering that both teams picked up their defensive play in the second quarter. This will be a very short kick. It'll be fielded at the 25 and dropped and picked up across the 25 to the 28-yard line. And that's Chris Lee, a sophomore at 5'8", 145. And he did the job of just making sure that he stayed with that football and got down and set up the Bee Diggers at their own 28 as we begin the third. Yeah, an offensive first quarter, a defensive second quarter. That was basically what we saw from the Bee Diggers. So 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Garcia, the quarterback, will hand it off to Weiser, running left across the 30, bangs into a Rebel, and the ball came loose, but did it come loose after he was down? And they're marking him down at around the 34-yard line, a gain of 6, and I thought that was a good call, quite frankly, Joe.
It was an excellent call. He was down with his knees down, but every time you see a ball down on the ground, you want every single guy on your team to jump on it no matter what.
2nd down and 4 as Weiser ran across left tackle for that gain of 6. And the Bee Diggers certainly want to chew up some clock here to begin the third quarter, leading 14-7. On 2nd down, Garcia at his own 34-yard line with a back split will hand it off, and that's 10 or more right up the gut. Looks like he's got a first down as he dives to around the 38-yard line. A pickup of 4 before the tackle was made by Edgar Castro.
Good play by Morrow. He had his face mask almost dragging on the grass there, running low, making sure he picks up that first down and moving the chains.
That's what the Bee Diggers want at this point. Just take it nice and easy and relax and move this ball down the field. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. 1 minute into the third quarter. The backs are split. Garcia to hand it off to the deep man. Weiser running across the left side. And he gets to around the 43-yard line, running hard to pick up a 5 before the tackle was made over there by Garrett Page. But it's 2nd down and 5. The Bee Diggers will take this all night.
That's what you want. They fake the dive play tomorrow there, hand it off to Weiser on a 27 is what you would call that, and a gain of 5.
From the 43, the Bee Diggers with the initial possession of the second half, leading by a score of 14-7. On 2nd and 5 from their own 43-yard line, the lone receiver to the left is C.J. Kukas. There's the counter to the right to Morrow. He's got nothing. He runs into a Weld Central defender at the line of scrimmage, and that was Dallin Wistons who made the tackle and looked like he came through virtually unblocked.
You know, and it shouldn't have been that way because they had a good pull block by Ramon Portese. He blocked out the defensive end. Great block by him. The hole should have been there, but we had defensive.
Well, there were issues there for the Bee Diggers, but it's 3rd down and 5 from the 43-yard line. I mean, you certainly have a shot here with the back split. The Bee Diggers are on their own side of the field. And on 3rd and 5, Garcia on the bootleg left, gets a block, swings it to the outside. A first down along the sideline, inside the 50. He's knocked out of bounds at around the 47-yard line, but that's what the Bee Diggers needed. A gain of 10 for Eric Garcia and a brush first down.
Once again, a good block on the line there. Tight end Lynch had a seal there on the bootleg left. All he had to do was get out on the defensive end, seal him, create the hole there on the outside, and Garcia has green grass.
Well, let's hope that he runs across a lot more green grass for the final 47 yards as the Bead Diggers lead 14-7, 9:34 to go in the third. I'm John Beltran with Joe Ginther and our videographer Grayson Simmons. From the 47-yard line of Weld Central and first down. Back to throw. Lofting up the left sideline. Kukas is out there. It's incomplete. Broken up, nearly intercepted by J.J. Cirrus at the 22-yard line. Kukas might have had half a step on him, but the ball was severely underthrown, and quite frankly, the Bead Diggers get a huge break.
When you throw the fade like that, and you'd like to see it out of a three-step drop, you want to throw it to the back shoulder. It looked like Kukas had a few steps on him, was going to outrun him, but the ball was underthrown by a few yards.
Second down and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the 47-yard line of Weld Central, leading 14-7. 9:29 to go in the third. Under center is Garcia. Hands to the lone receiver to the left. The handoff to Weiser, running wide to the left. Slips out of a tackle inside the 45, and he's down at around the 42 as he is tripped up. Cord Dunham with some penetration along the near sideline. And they'll give him 5 yards in the play. Third down and 5, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Very good. It's what you like to see out of the Beat Diggers ball control offense. A very makeable third down here, and we'll see.
On 3rd and 5, this could be 4-down territory. The Beat Diggers went for it when they were around this side of the field in the opening half. On 3rd and 5 from just shy of the 42-yard line of Weld Central. Handoff, Weiser left side inside the 40, and he's still on his feet. First down to around the 37-yard line. He picked up exactly what he needed before the play was made over there by Trevor Hammock, the 6'2", 205-pound junior. He needed 5, and Connor Weiser picks up 6.
You know, Weiser doing a good job. They ran the same play 2 plays in a row there. This time, instead of going outside, he sees the hole, gets into the 7 hole, and gets up for 6 yards.
Approaching the 9-minute and 10-second mark of the third. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the Weld Central 36-yard line with a back split. Garcia to hand it off to Morrow. Hard running inside the 35, and he drives his way to around the 31-yard line, picking up close to 5 yards. That's Dallin Wistons making the play once again, and now we've got a late flag. Tanner Morrow tried to separate himself from Brandon Hoff, and the flag went up at the 31-yard line. Again, it's a gain of 5, but now we see which way the football is moving. Is it going to move backwards or forwards? This is a critical call right now in the game.
This is a huge call. You don't want to see a personal foul when you got a good drive going.
And it's against Weld Central, unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, it looked like Brandon Hoff and Tanner Morrow got tangled up. And when Morrow stumbled out of there, it almost appeared to be in the Bead Diggers' favor, and now it is in the Bead Diggers' favor.
You know, you just saw him get up. All he did was try to get up, and it looked like maybe he had a hold of his leg. I don't know. They probably got tangled up. But Morrow got up, ran back to the huddle, didn't say a word, and that's what you like to see.
So that football is going to move all the way down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers on a drive that began at their own 28. And they're up to the line of scrimmage. Brush leading 14-7, 8:52 to go in the third quarter. And in need of a big play here to extend the lead. Although the irony is that the Bead Diggers really haven't, so they don't need the big play, but they've had a series of small plays to move the ball down the field. And I guess the advantage to that, Joe, is obviously is that you wear down the opposing defense. You
keep the defense on the field, they're going to get tired. You know, there's one thing about having offensive momentum and keeping that defense out there. You start seeing their hands on their knees, and that just makes an offensive lineman more motivated to get after him.
Well, let's see. The Bead Diggers will get after Weld Central up by 7. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Rebel 16, taking their time up to the line of scrimmage. Garcia under center. The backs are split. Weiser and Morrow. Hand off to Weiser, running right inside the 15-yard line, and he's down at around the 14, maybe the 13. And Dallin Wistons, his name has been called a lot tonight. He holds Weiser to a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. 11th play of the drive is coming up. But, you know, this is typical Brush football. I mean, they've eaten up, 3.5 minutes but they still have 14 yards to play with.
You know, it's boring. It's not flashy. A lot of guys don't like to watch running the football, but it's gonna win football games.
Well, that's all that counts at this point because the Bead Diggers are vying for a playoff spot. 2nd down and 8 from the Weld Central 14-yard line. Garcia with a long count, and the Bead Diggers moved along the left side. Dylan French got a little bit over-anxious, and that football will go 5 yards backwards, and that might have been on a second count or however they are on 2. Maybe, I don't know.
You know, you always want to mix up the snap count. You got to keep the defensive line off guard, but it seems like tonight it's confusing more of our offensive linemen than it is their defensive linemen.
Well, and because of that, now the Bead Diggers face a 2nd down and 13 from the Weld Central 19 as they run up to the line of scrimmage. Again, not necessarily a passing situation. The Bead Diggers have a field goal kicker in Jesus Cardenas if they can't get into the end zone on 2nd and 13 for the 19. There's the pitch left to Tanner Morrow, swings it back towards the sideline, and he's inside the 15-yard line before he's dragged down at around the 13, maybe the 12, as the Rebels got over there to make the play. And Jake Anderson was one of the defenders, but it's a gain of 6 as the ball's placed at around the 13-yard line. So it should be 3rd and around 7.
You know, John, I like the play call there. They've been pounding the football inside, and then all of a sudden they bounce it outside for a good gain of 6. I like the way they're mixing it up.
3rd down and 7 from the 13-yard line. The Bead Diggers have got to get to around the 6. Garcia up to the line of scrimmage with his teammates. The backs remain split. And Garcia's going to hand it off to Weiser running left. And the ball is loose, and it's still loose. And it's, believe, recovered by the Rebels. Let's see, or did the Bead Diggers fall on it? No, Eric Garcia very intelligently fell on the football. It was stripped at around the 14-yard line. But Garcia fell on it at the 16, so it's a loss of 3. Boy, a rare miscue there by Weiser.
You know, great play there by Eric Garcia. He hands the ball off. Everybody thinks the quarterback's job's over, but it's really not. When you see something like that, he was in there at the bottom of the pile to recover the fumble, and I think that's a good play for him.
Well, it looks like the Bead Diggers are going to go for it. They will not elect to go for the field goal. Well, they might run out of time here on the play clock. Yeah, they might have to take a timeout. There's a mess out there. 4th down and 10 from the 16-yard line. And Garcia takes the snap, rolling to his right, wants to throw, running out of room, is going to have to run out of it, throws on a run, pass is incomplete underneath to Tony Guzman. Even if he caught the ball, he would have been short of a 1st down at around the 10-yard line, and Weld Central will take over from there.
You know, Garcia just rolled out right. They call that a sprint out play. Heavy pressure from the defensive end, trying to keep contained there. He outruns him, but I think he just hurried his throw a little bit, threw it low. He was in a hurry. He knew it was 4th down, and it was an incomplete pass, and Brush turns the ball over on downs.
But what a drive for the Bead Diggers. I mean, they only went 56 yards, but they take up